Everybody, I wanted to go over the mileage interval schedule that I'm working on. So a few things, most of the changes will be in yellow. You're going to be able to type in the vehicle and the VIN number if you'd like to. It doesn't do anything but just put the information on there. I went ahead and gave us a place to put the vehicle or the cost per shop so they can enter, or you should have them enter what they charge for that service, and they can pick whatever vehicle they want. So it's very, very accurate. If the car doesn't have something like shocks or a timing belt, then just don't put it in or leave it as 0 and it will not calculate it. I did make a few changes, and I'll go over those in a second. But what's going to happen is as these come across, it's going to calculate it over 150,000 miles, anything that is an R, anything that is a recommended replacement. It's going to calculate for us the cost per mileage over 150,000 miles, the total cost of maintenance of the vehicle over 150,000 miles or 10 years. You can change the cost per year. If you have a customer that does 30,000 miles a year or 10,000 miles a year, you can change that. It will do your cost per mile, and it will add your BG lifetime protection plan information to that if it's on the interval schedule. So, since we're talking about BG, if we remove the coolant flush and do it as an inspection or anything, just leave it blank, for the 30K, it is going to remove the line item that says it has a plan, so now it has no plan for plan 1. Same thing if we miss it. We're going to have, at 60, we're going to have no plan again. I hope that makes sense. If you guys have questions on that, please let me know. I went ahead and typed up what was covered and what's not covered from their paperwork. Since thermostat is not covered under coolant, I went ahead and added a thermostat replacement at 60 and 120,000 miles to make this very accurate and fair. When it does this, BG allows one repair per interval. So if they do it like they're supposed to, it's going to be $4,000 of coverage per occurrence. If you add all that up, it's $140,000 of coverage over the lifetime of the vehicle, which is what they're providing. In here, you'll see that we have an air filter replacement once a year, a cabin once a year, an alignment once a year, antifreeze on the 30, 60s, and 90s schedule. We're doing the battery tests and then a replacement at 60 and then 120. We're also doing a service, and we're charging them for it at 30, 60, 90, etc. We do have the belt replacement in here. I'm doing front brakes every 30, rear brakes every 60, a flush every 30. Differential fluid, because obviously it's a CRV, every oil change, a fuel filter every year, a fuel induction service every year. Hoses and clamps, I added a replacement in for that because it says right here that it does not cover hoses and clamps. So let's be fair and let's be honest. Now it's covered. Now it's in the per mile cost. I added a headlight, so I added a headlight every year and then a taillight bulb every year just to kind of be fair. A power steering flush, shocks at 75 and then 150, spark plugs. Now, if the car doesn't have platinum, just enter the information in here and leave that blank. It'll calculate it for you. 2 timing belts. I've got tires every 60. I'm charging them for a rotation every time they come in. A thermostat replacement, like I said before, it's not covered in the protection plan, so I went ahead and added it to be fair. A transmission flush. And then I added wipers once a year. Now, your guys' clients can very easily change this to an R and this to an R, and it'll do all the math for them. Okay? Change that back. So we have our cost per year down here. 15,000 miles is how it's dividing it. Like I said, you can change that. Please take a look at it. Let me know if you have any questions or any changes you guys would like. I hope this helps, and I'll hear from you soon. Thanks so much.